Welcome back to the channel.
Where did this box come
From the abyss.
I just saw a box coming at me. I do believe this is our Driveshaft center support bearing.
Okay, so if you haven't been paying very close attention, you might have seen that we haven't driven the Cayenne for a little while. It's not for lack of trying. We've been trying to fix a problem that very often occurs with Cayennes. So the drive shaft goes from the front to the back and powers all the wheels, right? There's a center support bearing that goes out. I've been very surprised over the past several years that it hasn't gone out. And you can either get the factory one where you got to pull off the drive shaft, slide it through and put in the new one, or you can get something that we're going to show you today. Come on with us, this is going to be super fun. I'm excited to get this thing fixed. Here we go.
Turn 5 mechanics.
Would you like to win our Miata? Well, today I'm going to tell you just how to do that. If we make it to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by May of 2024, which is our 5-year YouTube anniversary, it's going to be given to one of you lucky subscribers.
Wait!
So make sure to subscribe. So here's the scenario. You're driving down the road in your 6'4". Wait, sorry, that's not what you're doing. You're driving down the road in your Cayenne. First gen, second gen for sure.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, right in the center console, you hear
Bang, 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 bang. And you can't, it scares you because it's loud.
You know what it's doing. And if your wife or your daughter driving the car, they say, I think like a pebble got underneath the car.
And it's smacking around in things.
So it doesn't do it consistently, at least in our case. It was very sporadic. It was under heavy load.
And it tried to downshift. Like, so if you went up a hill and you were giving it gas and it would downshift then, it would do it.
So here's what you got. Right about in between the two doors down here, right in the middle, this is a very simple thing that you can do as long as you get this part from urotuning.
Yep.
Underneath the car, this sits here. There's a drive shaft that comes up there. Attached to this piece, there's this, and then the drive shaft goes through there, right?
Okay.
And what happens is this rubber gets real bad. So what you do is you can use an angle grinder or some sort of a cutting tool, but I would use a Sawzall. So this is just down there kind of, the first thing you do is take off this plate from the bottom of the car. Bam, it's down. Then you got this, it's all one piece, and there's a bunch of rubber in here. It's flapping around here. It's not secure. You just have to cut this off with the Sawzall, bend it open. It's pretty easy. I know I'm strong, but it's pretty easy. And then you peel this out, and you clean up the rubber down there, and then you install the new piece. So here's the new piece.
This new piece is essentially the same exact thing, except redesigned to be more usable by everybody else. So you don't have to take the drive shaft off to put it on because you have this new plate and the new carrier.
Very technical mechanical terms.
Yep. So you bolt the new carrier into the new plate if you buy both pieces, and then you just put it on it. Except this is going to have to be on top, and that way you don't have to actually take off the drive shaft.
So we'll put the part number in the bottom, but that's what this thing does. It separates this in two, so you don't have to take the drive shaft out and slide it through here, so people like, Tyler and I can do this.
If Turn 5 can do it,
you can definitely do it.
The very first thing you must do is awkwardly slide underneath your car.
Well, that's a new angle. We're just going to clean up this spinny bearing real quick, and then just literally bolt the new one on. Look at that, just one bloody knuckle. Let's get out from underneath this car and tell them how it went.
That must mean it's working!
Let's take it for a drive before we make any conclusions. Okay, so I think that we fixed the problem. I wouldn't say it's 100% solution, but we're at like a 95 to 98%.
I think it's doing really good, and I think as it settles, it sounds like it's actually fixed it.
I agree. So what we did, a little bit different than what the tutorial on urotuning is. They say to put the bottom half onto the plate.
Yep.
Bolt that up and then bolt it to the top half.
Which I will say, do that 100% of the time if you're on your own.
Yes. If you have two people, I would take the top half, the bottom half, bolt those together, and then put the plate on and bolt it to the doohickey.
The reason that we say for two people is because someone has to hold the plate in place to make sure that it stays there while you're trying to bolt stuff together.
But it makes it easier to connect the two halves.
Yep.
I would say absolute success. Make sure you guys click like, comment, subscribe. If you're having the dreaded driveshaft issue with the Cayenne, I would go to urotuning. I would also, you got two types of like neoprene that you can use. You can do the street one or the track one. If I was to do it again, I'd probably order the track one. It sounds scarier, but I think that bushing is a little more solid.
Okay. So what you're telling me is they need to comment below and tell us if they have a Cayenne of this generation.
Absolutely. You guys take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Click like, comment, subscribe. Win the Miata for crying out loud.